Hello, today we'll be looking at Classic Wood Floors website and how to use all the WordPress functions on it. To begin, you'll need to log in using your username and password. You can click Remember Me if you want. When you log in, it will bring you to this page, which is going to be the dashboard. There's not really anything you need to know about this page. It's just going to give you basic information about the website. In this video, we're going to be moving down this left sidebar and looking at the different functions that you'd need to access. The first thing is going to be this Updates tab. The Updates tab is something that uh, displays all of the WordPress updates, plugin updates, and then your theme updates. We're going to be updating these ourselves. We do that every week, and so you won't really have to worry about this. If anything is ever not updated, it's because it's either not compatible with your version of WordPress or there's a problem with the plugin itself, so you won't have to worry about that. Moving on down the side, the next thing that you'll really want to know about is media. So media is going to be where all of the media items on your website are. You can have images, videos, all those sort of things here. You can look at them in this list view, or you can look at them in a grid view. And then you can also add media items by clicking Add New right here and selecting files or dropping the files here. Typically you won't be using this because you'll be inserting images directly into the pages. Yeah. Moving down the side, we have forms. Forms are a little bit more complicated. We have just the different fields here. And then you can always add more fields by clicking on them over here or dragging them over here. And then if you ever edit a form, you can click update and it'll change. If you ever have any questions about this or want us to change a form ourselves, let us know. It's pretty easy for us to do. Moving down the side here, we have pages. Pages are going to be where the bulk of the content on your website is. If you click on one of the pages, we'll take a further look. And so whenever you come onto a page, sometimes it might look like this. That's just because it's collapsed to sort of make room for looking at other items. If you click this little arrow here, it'll either expand or collapse the section. Going down here, this is going to be where the actual content lives. And so in here is where you're going to edit content if you want to do that. Let's say you wanted to add some content here. You can do that. Preview changes. And then right here is the content that you added. And this isn't live on the website because I clicked preview changes. If you're ever to click update, then that'll actually change it on the live website. So you want to make sure that you don't do that until you're completely sure that it looks exactly how you want it to look. So for adding and changing content, you have a bunch of functions up here. This is going to let you change the size of text to different things, like this. And then over here is going to be the bold button, so I'm going to highlight some text. You can click that to bold it. You can click this to italicize it. You can click this to make a bulleted list out of it. You can click this to make a numbered list out of it. This is for block quotes. These are for aligning your text different directions, like that. You have strike through. Let's see. This is where you can change the text color. And those are all the basic functions that you'd really need to know to change your text the way you want it to. This is a good function to know as well. So this is how you create links. You're going to click on this right here. It'll open up this little text box where you put your URL. So let's say if you wanted to make a link to google.com, you would do this. And then click apply, and then we have a link to google.com. You can make this link open into a new tab by clicking this little pencil button, clicking the link options, and then clicking on open in new tab, and then clicking update. You can see what this looks like if you click preview changes. It'll always update your previous preview changes tab. We can go in here, it says link to Google. You can click on it, and then it opens it up in a new tab to Google. If you ever have a link that you want to get rid of, you can highlight it and click remove link, or you can click, you have to click remove link. If you want to add media to a page, you simply click the add media button. If you want to add media that you don't currently have on the page, or don't currently have uploaded to your website, you go over here to upload files, and you can drop a file here, or you can click here to select files. And then you click insert into page, and it'll put it right there, and it has the caption below it. But since I don't want that, I will delete it. If you ever want to insert a form into a page, you do the exact same thing with the add form button, when you can select the form here. We usually unclick those two boxes and click that box, and then click insert form, and it'll come up with this little string here. But if you go to preview changes, it'll show the actual form on the page like this. Since we don't want that, I will delete that out of your page though. So for other things on here, on the pages section, we have all of these big boxes down here. Sometimes these can clutter up the page a lot and confuse you because you don't know what the heck they do. You can click these little arrows to collapse them, or if you go up here to screen options, you can uncheck any box that you think is unnecessary, such as USYEO, layout settings, revolution slider options, and then it'll update that. So now you don't have all those things cluttering your page. You also have the option to add a featured image right here. And that'll simply add a main image that goes across the top of your page, so it would insert it right here. Besides that, I just say make sure to remember to click update whenever you want to actually enable the changes on your live website. Otherwise, all of your hard work will be for naught. Moving on down the side here again, we have FooGallery. FooGallery is just going to be the different galleries that you have, and so you have an affiliations gallery and a general gallery. Your general gallery is going to be what shows up on your gallery page here. So it's going to be all of these images. So if you ever want to add images to this, which is a huge gallery, you can come down here and click Add Media, and then just simply select the images that you want to add, like this. And everyone that has a little check mark by it will be added to the gallery once you click Add Media. Or you can go over here and click Select Files and then upload new images to your website. If you ever have any questions about how to edit any of these things, be sure to let us know though. And then of course, with the same as the page sections, make sure you actually click update whenever you're done editing everything, that way it actually saves. And then over here on the appearance tab, we have two things. We have widgets, which is the first. Widgets are going to be all of the information. Typically it's going to be above the page sections, so everything located right here, and everything that's going to be below the page sections, so everything from here down, including these forms, this map, and this little section here. And so to take a look at that, here is going to be the navigation menu. That's going to be our main menu, and that's going to be reflected right here. If you go to the before header section, that's going to be image, and that'll be your logo. And then the visual editor is going to be this content, the visit us and showroom hours, which are right here. If you ever, let's say, change your address or change your showroom hours, you could come right in here and edit it exactly the same way as the page sections. You have all the same tools here for you. And then you can scroll down here and just click save. Over here in the footer, we have your form, how can we help? We have your Google map, and then we have your visual editor, which says visit us, and it has a lot of the same information as the before header editor. So if you ever needed to change any of this, you could come in here and do it as well. Or if you ever needed to add more sections to get more content on your page, you could click on a visual editor here and then add it to whatever widget section you needed to. Of course, if you have any questions about how to do any of this or need help editing any of the content on your website, be sure to ask us. The other thing, the second thing in the appearance tab is going to be the menus. So this menu is going to be what is actually at the top of your website here. So we have the about, we have the products with the extra pull down menu, we have maintenance, gallery, and contact us, and that's reflected right here. If you ever wanted to add any more menu items, you could simply click any of these boxes here and click add to menu, and it would pop up at the very bottom of the menu. Then let's say you saved this, what would happen is it would just pop up right here at the very end. Since we don't want that there though, I'll come in here, click remove, and then save it again. That way your website has the beautiful menu that it had before. And you can also take items, make them sub-items of other items like this, or you can make them main items on the menu just by dragging these different things around like that. Just always make sure to save your progress if you ever make any changes that you want to keep. The last thing I'll go over here is going to be your slider, which is going to be under slider revolution. That's going to represent this main photo here, and where it says classic wood floors, it's just going to be this photo gallery. And so that's going to be under slider revolution, and then home #1 slider. So if you ever wanted to change out these background images, so this is the first one, and then the second one is the second slide, and the third one is the third slide, and it's just continually rotating through these every 6 or so seconds. If you ever wanted to change out any of those photos, you could click on the one that you don't like. Let's say you don't like slide 2. Then you click here on Media Library, and then you can change the photo by clicking on any of the photos that you have currently uploaded, or you can click Upload Files to upload a completely new image. And then after you do that, it will appear here, and then you can click Save Slide, and it'll save the slide for you. Classic wood floors, quality by nature. That's going to be your static or global layer. So this will appear on top of every single slide. And this is what it looks like. It's kind of hard to see, and so to fix that, you can come up here to show layers from slide, and then just pick a slide. And then it'll be easier to see it here. If you ever want to edit these things, you can click on them. And let's say you want to change your slogan here. You can click on quality by nature and then click here and then add something to it. Add something to it here. And then it'll save there after you click the save button. If you have any questions about how to edit the content on your sliders, though, be sure to let us know. But that's basically everything for the basic content of your website. Of course, if you have any questions, be sure to let us know, and we look forward to watching your site grow and expand and influence.